All right, let's dive into one of those exciting seasons in football history. We're going back to 1980-81.
Ooh, yeah, that Ipswich Town team.
Exactly. Bobby Robson's Ipswich Town, a team that almost won it all, the league title,
The FA Cup.
and the UEFA Cup, a historic treble.
Definitely a story of resilience and tactical genius.
And some what-ifs, for sure.
Absolutely.
We're using this amazing article from these football times. It really brings that season to life.
It's not just about the trophies, though, right? It's about this small-town English team.
Defying all expectation.
Taking on these giants like Liverpool.
Sitien.
A real David versus Goliath story.
With a European twist. Okay, let's set the scene a little bit. Early 80s English football.
A whole different ballgame.
It was physical, insular.
Not very welcoming to, well, fancy foreign players.
Right, like grit and just direct football.
Valued above all else. But then you've got Bobby Robson.
And he had a vision.
He did.
He goes out and signs 2 Dutch stars.
Arnold Muhren and Frans Thijssen.
A bold move. People were definitely raising eyebrows.
Imagine like a lower table Premier League team today.
Signing 2 unexpected superstars.
That's the kind of impact it had. Robson was ahead of his time, blending homegrown talent.
With that international flair.
Exactly.
And speaking of homegrown talent, let's not forget the players he had already. Paul Mariner.
John Ward.
Terry Butcher. Mick Mills. Russell Osman.
England internationals.
This was a squad built for both, right? Grit and flair.
John Wark, though, he was a key piece.
Oh, yeah.
Box-to-box midfielder. Think like Conte.
Covering every blade of grass.
But with Lampard's goal-scoring ability, UEFA Cup top scorer that season.
14 goals in 12 UEFA Cup games. All right, let's get into this roller coaster season. We're talking about a team that almost achieved the impossible. A treble.
A phenomenal start. 7 wins out of their first 8 league matches, unbeaten against Liverpool.
And Manchester United in those early encounters.
Work on fire in Europe, just powering them through the UEFA Cup rounds.
And then that quarterfinal match against Saint-Étienne in France. I mean, this is a Saint-Étienne team with Platini.
Baddiston.
European giants. And Ipswich goes to their home turf and wins.
4-1.
4-1.
That was a statement. They weren't just some plucky underdog. This was a real force.
People were talking about them.
Exciting, attacking football.
But this pursuit of 3 trophies, that takes a toll, right?
66 games in a single season.
2 games a week, almost.
The physical and mental demands, it's crazy. And that's where Robson's management really comes through. Managing that squad, rotating players.
They seem motivated.
Amidst this fixture congestion.
So let's break it down then. This ambition for the treble. The highs, the near misses.
Where should we start? The FA Cup. Remarkable run.
Oh, yeah?
They were even down 2-0 against Nottingham Forest in the quarterfinal.
Really?
Forced a replay.
Wow.
Which they won. But that semifinal against Manchester City, that was a step too far. Extra time defeat, dream of the FA Cup final over.
I bet, after those 2 grueling matches against Forest.
Yeah.
Drained them, left them vulnerable against City.
It did.
Heartbreaking, especially after that comeback against Forest.
Yeah.
So what about the league campaign? Tight race with Aston Villa, right?
They were, and that's where the fixture congestion really hits.
Makes sense.
They beat Aston Villa twice that season.
Really?
Twice. But all those games, it took its toll. Dropped points against other teams. League titles slipped away in the final weeks.
So close in both the FA Cup and the league. Talk about a roller coaster. But there was still one trophy left, the UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
And that's where it all comes to a head.
The UEFA Cup, the last hope for glory. And their opponent in the final, AZ Alkmaar.
Dutch team.
Known for their attacking flair. The first leg was at Portman Road.
Home ground.
They had to make home advantage count, especially with a tough away leg coming up.
For sure.
And despite the fatigue, one of their most impressive performances.
Let's hear it.
3-0 victory. Goals from Wark, Thijssen, and Mariner.
Electric atmosphere. The roar of the crowd. The tension. History within reach. But they had a bit of a reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Struggling in away games, especially cup competitions.
So there was still anxiety.
Yeah.
Even with that fantastic first leg result, they knew the tie wasn't over. The second leg, in Alkmaar, completely different story.
Okay, so this is where it gets really nail-biting. Take me through those final 90 minutes.
Started brightly.
Okay.
Early lead through Thijssen.
Great.
Then AZ came roaring back, 2 goals in quick succession. The momentum shifted, the Dutch side in the ascendancy.
I bet it felt like the weight of the entire season on their shoulders. Had they pushed too hard in the FA Cup and the league, could they hold on in a European final?
True test of character. But just when it seemed like the tie might be slipping away, Warwick
Of course.
stepped up once again. Crucial equalizer. But AZ weren't finished. They scored again right before halftime. 3-2 on the night, 4-3 on aggregate, 1 goal away from winning the trophy.
So going into the second half, they're on the back foot. Tired, hostile crowd. 1 goal away from heartbreak. How did Robson rally his troops?
That's where his tactical genius, his ability to motivate, really shines through. They didn't panic, reorganized, defended resolutely, and didn't concede another goal.
Those final 45 minutes must have been agonizing for the Ipswich fans, watching their team cling to that lead. But they held firm, weathered the storm.
They did. Final whistle blew. Celebrations were euphoric. 5-4 aggregate victory. They had done it, won the UEFA Cup. It was a testament to the resilience of that team and the genius of Bobby Robson.
What a moment. A small-town English club conquering Europe. It's the stuff of legends. But they pushed for a treble all season, came so close. What about those near misses? Was it just the fixture congestion?
Fixture congestion played a part, but there are other factors to consider. Let's look at the league. They beat Aston Villa, the eventual champions. Twice. But maybe they lacked the squad depth to compete, consistently on all 3 fronts. A few injuries, it could derail everything.
Especially with that packed schedule.
Right. And tactically, Robson's attacking style, it was thrilling.
Oh, yeah.
But some say it left them vulnerable defensively.
So high scoring, but conceded their fair share.
Exactly. High wire act.
Thrilling, but risky.
But even without the treble, their achievements that season, remarkable. And that UEFA Cup victory, that wasn't just luck.
No way.
It was Robson, his managerial brilliance.
Let's talk about that. What made him so successful?
Well, one thing, his ability to create a strong team spirit. Everyone felt valued.
Even the foreign players.
Everyone working hard for each other. I read that he'd organize these social events, get everyone involved.
I love that.
Even teaching the Dutch players some English drinking songs.
That's brilliant. It's more than just tactics, right?
Absolutely. It's about camaraderie, that shared purpose. And tactically, he was innovative. His 4-4-2.
Okay.
Wingers pushing high, overloading the flanks, 2 players constantly attacking the sides. It created space for Warwick to exploit in the middle.
Dynamic, attacking system. Pretty revolutionary, actually.
Yeah, for English football at the time.
So ahead of the curve, bringing that continental flair.
Yeah.
But he adapted to his players' strengths as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he knew how to get the best out of everyone. Gave them freedom, but within a structure. That balance, it was crucial.
Makes you wonder, what if he stayed at Ipswich longer? A dynasty, maybe.
One of those big what-ifs in football. But his impact on Ipswich.
On English football, even.
Undeniable. More technical, attacking style.
Influenced a whole generation.
He did.
So it's bigger than trophies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Changing perceptions, pushing boundaries. A small club can achieve something special.
With the right leadership.
It's a reminder, I think. The journey is just as important as the destination. That 1980-81 season really proves that.
It does.
Incredible highs, those agonizing near misses, and European glory. A testament to Bobby Robson and Ipswich Town.
If you want to learn even more, the full article.
These football times.
Fascinating read. Anecdotes, insights. Really brings that era to life.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Hope you enjoyed it.
We did.
Until next time, keep exploring. Keep learning.